What we've been talking about here is how to create jobs. And unfortunately, the agenda of the Senate Democratic majority does just the opposite. And it appears as if we're not likely to be able to get any amendments offered that would actually create jobs and opportunity for our people. One of the things that I've been so disturbed about over the years is the inability of employees to make a voluntary choice about whether they want to belong to a union. In addition to the energy jobs measures that we're discussing here today, I have another related measure I'd like to highlight. As I mentioned earlier this morning in my opening remarks, enacting national right-to-work legislation is just plain common sense. My colleague from Kentucky, Senator Paul, has been the leader on this issue. It's a fundamental issue of worker freedom. This amendment would empower American workers to choose whether or not they'd like to join a union. It would protect a worker from getting fired if she would rather not pay dues to a union boss who fails to represent her concerns and her priorities. According to one survey, 80% of unionized workers agreed that workers should be able to choose whether to. It's an issue of upward mobility. A worker should be able to be recognized and rewarded for her individual hard work and productivity. That is paycheck, where pay raises are based on seniority rather than on merit. This is an issue of leveling the playing field. Workers in all states should have a more equal chance of finding work in every state, and they should no longer see their community as failing to secure new investment because their state hasn't passed a right to work. And so, Mr. President, I'd like to ask Amendment number 2910, which I have just described to my colleagues here in the Senate.
Is there objection?
Mr. President.
The senator from Rhode Island.
Mr. President, reserving my right to object, the underlying